Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're listening to this presentation. So my name is Victor, and I'm going to be your anchor for this training. So this is digital forensic training. It hopes to cover quite a lot. We have about 100 slides for the theoretical aspect of the course. We also have quite some tools that we're going to be covering. Um, so the question is, why do you want to get to understand digital forensic? Why do you want to venture into this field? This is an aspect of cybersecurity. If you are to uh, respond to a breach, if you have an aftermath, if you are to respond with respect to an aftermath of a cyber incident, if you have issues after you have an attack, that is where digital forensic comes in. So we say digital forensic is actually not a, an offensive aspect of cybersecurity. It's mostly defensive. So you're coming after something has happened, right? So there are other aspects of offensive security, which involves you planning, creating your playbooks, making sure that you're ready, installing your softwares, training your employees, doing phishing tests, social engineering tests on your employees, on setting up information security policies and the rest. So all of those things, which you should primarily do at about 70% or 80% of your cybersecurity framework, of your cybersecurity posture. But digital forensic is also very important because you cannot rule out the fact that you might have a breach, you might have an attack, or you might be in a position to respond to an attack for someone, for an employee, or for one of your clients. So that's why we're trying to learn digital forensics. So my name is Victor. I'll be your anchor for this training. So I'm going to be taking the training. I will go through the slides for some time. Then I will take the labs. I will go through the slides. I will take some labs till we're done with the entire curriculum. So this very first presentation is going to be roughly about 10, 15, 20 minutes, where I'm going to do a summary of what the class is about, lay the foundation. Then we're going to have other aspects of the course. So digital forensic is you trying to find legal evidence in computers. Now, when we say digital, of course, that means there are other forms of forensics. You have forensics in the humanities, you have forensics in medical, you have forensic in earth science, you have forensic in several other fields. But as computer experts or cybersecurity professionals, we are more interested in gathering evidence from digital media, things like computer, mobile phones, data storage. And the goal of computer forensic, right, is dependent on the type of investigation that we want to carry out, right? So we're going to be using several softwares, we're going to be using some hardware. At the end of the day, we want to generate a report. The report we generate at the end of the day, we're either going to submit it in law court, or we'll submit it to senior level executives, or it's something we want to review so that we can forestall such kind of attack. Okay, so what digital forensic? Why do you need to carry out digital forensics? Like I said earlier on, you want to find legal evidence in computers, mobile phones, data storage. Anything of digital means you want to actually gather that evidence. On the line, it's legal evidence. So you must make sure that you conform to standards. We're going to be looking at quite some laws later on, because you're not going to do whatever you do against laws governing countries, governing cybersecurity frameworks and the rest. You don't just go because you want to gather evidence on a particular PC, you pick up the PC without following the process, then you want to gather evidence. Now, digital forensic is very multidisciplinary approach to investigation. So because you have legal, you have attorney, you have judiciary, you have law enforcement. Even there are some aspects of digital forensic that you as a cybersecurity expert is not to conduct by yourself. For instance, when I do some investigation, I'm going to be doing questioning. of a particular respondent. That aspect is not yours. So you are restricted to the digital evidence that you have. You could get from all of those computers, mobile phone, flash drive, drones, cameras, CCTV cameras, all of these items, they have storage mediums. So you want to see how can you get this stuff, gather evidence, and be able to make a case at the end of the day. Now, what's our goal at the end of this course? Our goal is, we want to understand, our learning objective is that we want to understand the goals of computer forensics. Why do people conduct forensics? Then, if you are to pursue a career in digital forensics, what are the different aspects? Then, we're going to be using some open source tools, some free tools, and as well some premium tools. Then we need to understand the file system fundamentals, both for Linux, for iOS, for Mac. These are the major operating systems.